Hare Krishna. Welcome you all for our e-Gurukula session, and today is Monday. We have verse for the week. So this right now we are studying the episodes of Srimad Bhagavatam, and as such Bhagavad Gita also have almost all the 700 verses are easy to memorize and learn. So we can try that as well. So, but let's see. Let's now we'll complete Mother Kunti's series, right? So we'll learn about those great characters also parallelly, their prayers, how they have properly appreciated, and then why we are studying these verses, because Lord has heard these prayers, and when we recite these prayers, following in their footsteps, so it become very easy to attract the Lord. Right? We say our own prayers, our own verses. We can create our own verses. I don't know, but Lord will not pay much attention because we are not yet fully pure devotees. We are practicing. But if you repeat the prayers of the great soul, how they have prayed to the Supreme Lord, and how they have pleased the Supreme Lord by those prayers, then we try to repeat the same prayers. Then it will be very easy for the bringing out the attention of the Lord in our life also. This is one secret. So this is one of the. So whenever we come in front of the Lord, we can surely recite the prayers in footsteps of the great souls, how they have done, and then we can also pray what we wish. And of course, it should not be material wish. Krishna will fulfill material wish also, but especially for our Krishna consciousness, we have to pray the Lord give us the taste for chanting, give us the proper attitude, give us the opportunity to associate with your devotees more and more. These are prayers like which in line with our Krishna consciousness. Okay, so that's what we learned. You see, Mother Kunti, she underwent so much troubles and challenges, but still she did not pray to the Lord to give the protection. She prayed that give me more troubles because I want to have your remembrance. So that's it. We get to learn how the great souls they pray. So that's what we thought of discussing these verses. And in our other sessions, as such, the Sunday sessions, Gita chapters we are studying, there we are focusing on Bhagavad Gita also. So parallel, you'll get to learn, get to know. So at least get a keep idea here and there, and then try to understand these episodes nicely. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaiham Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamanam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sachivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Ladita Shri Vishakhanvitam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So let us recite the verses. Begin. I hope you remember the verse, from which verse it starts, Mother Kunti's prayers. There's a nice logic in that number. I was saying, anyone remember? What is the first verse number of Mother Kunti's prayers? Okay, which canto it is at least? Which canto? If chapter and verse, if you not remember, at least canto number, which canto it is there? I'm not hearing you, I think. You are saying something in return? Voice is not. Yeah.
Prabhu. Yeah, Prabhu, it's first canto and eighth chapter, Prabhu.
And verse number, very good. Verse number.
Verse number I'm not able to remember, Prabhuji.
Verse number are the same 2 digits what you spoke just now.
18, Prabhu?
That's what 18. 1818. You see, you're able to see on the screen. Is it visible? Yes?
Yeah, Prabhu.
Yeah, so this is how you can remember. Bhagavatam, I remembered verse number. Ideally, we should remember the verses with the numbers as well. That's the best. Like Bhagavad Gita, 15.15. Sarvasya Chaham 1.1, 18.66, 10.8. It's very good to absorb in that way, at least, because we play numbers in the maths and art. So here it is good to. So this is 1818, 1.8, and then the 2 digits 18. So that's what this verse. Kunti uvacha namasye purusham tvadyam ishvaram prakrute param alaksham sarva bhutanam antarbahiravastitam maya javanika channam ajnadokshajam avyayam nalakshase mudhadrusha nato natyadharo yatha तथा परमहंसानां मुनीनां ममलात्मनां भक्ति योग विधानार्थं कथं पश्येमहि स्त्रियः. Striya, how can I understand woman like me? She's telling, but then she prays to the Lord. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Nama Akinchan, Nama Pankajanaabhaya, Nama Pankajamaline, Nama Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangre. Then she compares with the Devaki's fortune and her fortune. Yatha Rushikesha Khalena Devaki Kamsena Ruddhati Chiram Shucharpita Vimochitaham cha sahatmaja vibho tvayaiva nathena muhur vipadganat. Vipadas, you protected us from so many vipadas. What are those vipadas? The next verse she prays. Vishan Mahagne Purushad Darshanad Asat Sabhaya Vanavasa Krushrataha Mrudhe Mrudhe Anekamaharatha Traunyashtatascha Abhirakshita. And then she says, okay, so many problems. Oh Lord, give more problems. Vipada Santuta Shashvat Tatra Tatra Jagadguru Bhavato Darshanam Yatsyada Punar Bhavadarshanam. And then she says how the people who cannot take your shelter because they're proud with their possessions. Janma Aishwarya Shuta Shribhirye Dhaman Madapuman Naivarhatya Vidhatum Vaitwamakinchana Gocharam. Then you are the property of those who are materially impoverished. Namo Kinchana Vittaya Nivrutta Gunavrittaye Atma Ramaya Shantaya Kaivalya Pataye Namaha. Then she says, does that mean that you are partial to poor people? those are materially impoverished and you are not towards the rich people like that. So it's not about that. You are equal to all, but those who surrender and then they will able to take advantage. How that words begin? Samam charantam sarvatra. Beginning of the verse. Let us see. Yeah, manne. I think. Manne tvam kalam ishanam anadinidhanam vibham samam charantam sarvatra bhutanam yanmitha kali. So you are equal to all. Samam charantam sarvatra. And then the next verse. What is the next verse? It connects after she says that because of the what is that word? Dissension. Dissension is there in the because of the intercourse. There is the dissension between living entities due to social intercourse. Yeah. Then understanding the Lord, that how you are equal to all. Na veda kaschit. That's that way you can remember. Na veda kaschit bhagavan shikirshitam tabeha manasyanam vidambanam. न यस्य कश्चित् दयितोऽस्ति कर्हि चेत् द्वेषश्च यस्मिन् विषमामतिर्नृणाम्. So at least beginning words we should try to remember. Later it will come automatically because we have learned now. And then how this thing is bewildering, how people cannot understand. Then she gives the episode. The Krishna is getting bound by Mother Yashoda. But after this, yeah, after this. So it's a good note. Initially, she said about how you are dear to those who are materially impoverished, those who are materially proud. You are not close to them. They cannot surrender to you. So does that mean you are partial, impartial? No. Mannetvam kalamishanam and na veda kaschit. Then your birth and activities are great, O Lord. You appear in so many avatars, Tiryam, Rishi, Shuyadas, different forms you appear. So that's a bewildering for the ordinary people, your behavior. Although you are Vishwatman. Janma karma cha Vishwatman, Ajasya karturatmanaha. Tiryam, Rishi, Shuyadasu, Tadatyanta vidambanam. So, Janma karma cha Vishwatman. Ajasya akartu. Oh, you are inactive, your soul of your work. You take birth although you are unborn. Janma karma. Janma word comes for that word. Yeah. And karma, right? We have to work, but Lord, you are inactive. You don't need anything to do, but still you do. You work though you are inactive. That is bewildering. And how? Then she gives the evidence of Mother Yashoda binding. Gopya dadayet vaikurta vasidamatavat ya te dashashukalilanjana sambhramaksham vaktaram niniya bhayabhavanaya stitasya samam vimohayati bhirapi yat vibheti. So she is getting bewildered to see the Supreme Lord, but having tears in the eyes. Right? The ointment is spread over. The face is being out of fear because you yourself is a feared by fear personified. Bhirapi yad bibheti. So fear personified is afraid of you, but then you are fearful here. How is it possible? Samam vimohayati. I am getting vimoha. I am getting illusion, bewildered. How these things can happen. So that's what very intelligently she recognizes. So now let's see. Last week I think we read the verse also. Yeah. Kechidahurajam jatam punya shlokasya kirtaye yado priyasyanvavaye malayasyaiva chandanam. So you come to glorify those kings, pious kings, specifically the King Yadu, and then you appeared in his family just as sandalwood appears in Malaya Hills. So you remember, all of you, last week we discussed this, right? Malayasaiva Chandanam. Of course, I was not there last Monday, but we stopped at this series. So how this Chandan is compared here, Prabhupada explains that. Here below we'll see. Yeah. Trees can grow anywhere and everywhere. Yet, because the sandalwood trees grows mostly in the area of Malaya Hills, the name sandalwood and the Malaya Hills, the name Malaya Hills, the name sandalwood and the Malaya Hills are interrelated. Therefore, the conclusion is that the Lord is ever unborn like the sun, yet he appears in this material in the same way that the sun rises on the eastern horizon. So as the sun is never the sun of the eastern horizon, sun rises from eastern horizon, that doesn't mean that sun becomes the sun of eastern direction. No. So the Lord is no one's son, but he is the father of everything that be. So here is a point is given. Although the Lord is independent of such obligations, he appeared in this particular family. Just like a trees can grow anywhere, but because this sandalwood mostly it comes in a Malay hills, the Lord appears mostly for his devotees. That is a comparison is made. Some more places also Prabhupada has given a lecture about this. We'll try to get the point more nicely. It has been experienced. So basically Lord's appearance. Anyone knows which verse Bhagavad Gita speaks about Lord's appearance? Prabhupada has given a translation for different words. Yeah. Anyone knows Bhagavad Gita which word speaks about Lord's appearance in this world? Yes, that here it is there. That is the mission of the appearance of the unborn. To if I read translation, then I think all of you will remember. I think to establish the principles of religion and protect the pious and to annihilate the impious. Now, anyone remembered? Very famous verse.
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्.
Yeah. One more.
Next.
18.64.
18.64, that is different, I think. It's not for this.
परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय चतुष्कृतां धर्मसंस्था अनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. Is it in that fourth chapter, Prabhuji?
Correct. 4.9 or 11, I think, around that.
4.10, 4.10 and 11, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So Lord's appearance. So that's what here is about. Although Lord is unborn, but he comes to glorify his king. Kechid, someone saves. So she's like as a Kunti Devi, she says, I heard saying someone says. She knows everything, but she's telling, Kechid ahur ajam jatam. You are unborn, but you are born. For what? Punya shlokasya kirtay, to glorify the great kings. And especially Yadu. You come to glorify that king Yadu. Yadu Priyasyan Vavaye. Anvavaye meaning is what? In the family, yeah. Anvavaye. Avayav. I think that's also close to that to remember. In the family. Anvavaye. And just like a Malay Seva Chandana. So we'll take a recitation of this now. All of can anyone can repeat after us. I'll recite the lines and you would like to try, Prahlad, bro?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Once you can recite though.
Yeah, of course. I will say you have to repeat after me. Kechidahur ajam jatam. Yeah, respond. You are muted.
Oh, Prabhuji. Kejid hahur ajam jatam.
Correct. So you can sing also in that tune. It will be easy to remember. Tunes becomes very easy to add up to the mind.
Okay.
I will say. Now you can again say. Each line three times you will say. Then we'll get it.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Kechidahur ajam jatam.
Kejid ahur ajam jatam. केचित् आहुर् अजं जातं केचित् आहुर् अजं जातं.
Perfect. You are only repeating. That's nice. Okay. Then second line. Generally we say one, then you say one. Then again I will say, then again you say. Like that 3 times. Means 6
Okay,
times. Yeah. Punya shlokasya kirtaye.
पुण्य श्लोकस्य कीर्तये पुण्य श्लोकस्य कीर्तये.
I will say, then you say again. Once. Like that. Of course, shloka is simple now today, but generally that's for the standard. It is three times reciting. So I will say once, then again I will say again, like that.
Okay, Prabhu.
Punya shlokasya kirtaye.
पुण्य श्लोकस्य कीर्तये
Punya shlokasya kirtaye.
पुण्य श्लोकस्य कीर्तये.
Now both lines together. Okay, half of shloka. So half. Now both line I will say, then both you can repeat. Kechidaho rajam jatam punya shlokasya kirtaye.
केचित् आहुर् अजं जातं पुण्य श्लोकस्य कीर्तये.
Kechidaho rajam jatam punya shlokasya kirtaye.
केचित् आहुर् अजं जातं पुण्य श्लोकस्य कीर्तये.
Kechidaho rajam jatam punya shlokasya kirtaye.
केचित् आहुर् अजं जातं पुण्य श्लोकस्य कीर्तये.
Thank you. Anyone else now? Last 2 lines. Yeah. Manvik Prabhu, you are there? Hare Krishna. It's got off with other activities. You are there, Manvik Prabhu? Hare Krishna. Yeah. Okay. Divyesh Prabhu, you will repeat.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Yeah. Yado priyasasyan vavaye.
Yado priyasasyan vaye.
Actually, only one S is there, but that A and then again it initially Priya, Asya, Anvavaye. 3 words. Priya, Asya, Anvavaye. That's what I think your translation also tag. Priyasya. So Priyasya is a one word. Priyasya, Anvavaye. Like that. Yado Priyasya Anvavaye.
Yado priyasya anvavaye.
Yado Priyasya Anvavaye.
Yado priyasya anvavaye.
Malayasaiva Chandanam.
Malayasyeva chandanam.
Malayasaiva Chandanam.
Malayasyeva chandanam.
Malayasaiva Chandanam.
Malayasyeva chandanam.
Yado Priyasya Anvavaye. Malayasaiva Chandanam.
Yado priyasya sanvaye. Malayasyeva chandanam.
Yado Priyasya Anvavaye. Malayasaiva Chandanam.
Yado priyasya vaye. Malayasyeva chandanam.
Yado Priyasya Anvavaye. Malayasaiva Chandanam.
Yado priyasya anvavaye. Malayasyeva chandanam.
Thank you. Now we'll take a whole shloka. So then both of you can once you can recite. So Kechidaho rajam jatam punya shlokasya kirtaye. Yado priyasya anvavaye malayasaiva chandanam.
केचित् आहुर् अजं जातं पुण्य श्लोकस्य कीर्तये. Prabhuji, I should read all.
All whole shloka. Now we learn. Yeah.
केचित् आहुर् अजं जातं पुण्य श्लोकस्य कीर्तये. यदो प्रियस्य ववया मलयस्यव चन्दनम्.
Yeah, correct. Thank you. Yes, Divyesh.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhuji. केचिदहुर अजम जातम पुण्यश्लोकस्य कीर्तये यदो प्रियस्य सन्न यदो प्रियस्य नवाये मलयस्येव चन्दनम्.
Yeah, correct. Thank you. Priyasya anvavaye. Like that shlokas. Kechidahurajam jatam punya shlokasya kirtaye yado priyasya anvavaye malayasya chandanam. So this verse we'll just read once and then next week we'll take it. Apare vasudevasya devakyam yachitobhyaga ajastvamasya kshemaya vadhaya cha suradvisham. So this is a very wonderful, simple verse, but very nice. Vasudeva and Devaki we know. And vadhaya, what is meaning by word vad? And you know, vad karna, iska vad kar diya. What is meaning by word vad? Finish, yeah. Lord Krishna killed Kamsa. Krishna ne Kams ka vad kar diya. So that's a finish. And Sura means what? What is meaning by word Sura?
Can you give the example, Prabhu?
Of what?
Sura.
Yeah. What is meaning by Sura? Yeah. What is example? Sura. What is meaning by Sura? Opposite of Sura is opposite of
Demigod, Prabhu.
demigod, yeah. Opposite of Sura is Asura. Those who are
Asura,
demonic.
Prabhu. Asura means demons.
Yeah. So Sura Dvisham. So Sura means the Devatas and Dvisha means those who are Dvesh. That's where it is written. Sura Dvisham means the demons. Of those who are envious of the demigods. So this is a very interesting verse. Exactly in line with what Bhagavad Gita speaks about Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam vadhaya cha suradvisham. So apare, some others say, because previous verse it says kechit, someone say, and here it is said apare, some others say. What others say? Previous verse it says you appear to glorify kings of Yadus. Now this verse is some others say that you came to reciprocate with the prayers of Vasudeva and Devaki. Yachita, yachana karna. We say in Hindi, yachana karna means to pray. Yachita means being prayed for. So Vasudeva and Devaki, they prayed for you. That's why you appeared. Abhyagat, you took birth. Okay. Apare Vasudevasya Devakyam Yachito Bhyagat. And Ajastvam. Aja means again unborn. Tvam, you are Asya, of him. Kshemaya. Kshemaya for the good. This word also comes many places. Kshema. I'll try to recall. Anyway. So Kshemaya. Kshemaya for the good. Okay. Vadhaya. So to help the good and to destroy those who are envious of the demigods. Simple. Others say, since both Vasudeva and Devaki prayed for you, you took their birth. And undoubtedly you are unborn, yet you take birth for their welfare and to kill those who are envious of the demigods. Isn't it similar line? Exactly in line with the Bhagavad Gita verses. So this is called as a Parampara. Everyone prays exactly in a pure understanding. So there is no question of creating our own idea. And she is also telling that I heard from the people. That's why apare. Word is apare. Kechit. In that previous verse it was kechit. Nice, na? Now I think you remembered also. Apare vasudevasya devakyam yachito bhyagat ajasya tvam asya kshemaya vadhaya cha suradvisham. Simple verse and nice meaning. So next week we'll take a reference of these recitations and all. And then, yeah, this is also another. Bhara avatara anvaye bhuvo na vaivo dato bhuri bharena. To reduce the burden of earth. Bhavesmin Klish. And then this is an amazing verse. It will come again next week. How beautiful it is to hear all those descriptions of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. So this is another interesting beauty to study the verses. It makes us very easy to purely understand the purpose of the Lord, the plan of the Lord, the activities of the Lord. Otherwise, people have their own ideas. First of all, they don't know also who the Lord is. They consider everyone to be, or some knows about Lord Krishna, but then how properly and perfectly, we cannot know by our own. But when we hear from the great souls, like Mother Kunti here is offering prayers, then surely our understanding also becomes very clear. And the end goal is what? To have that loving transactions, fall in love with the Lord. Right? That's what the book reading we read, right? Lord is looking for that loving transactions. So that's what our love for our master will increase more and more. Thank you all very much for joining. Let us end with Vaishnava Pranam. Vancha kalpatarubhya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.